Welcome back to We've Tried It. I'm Missy.
I'm Shirley.
Well, we have Chef Royal with us again tonight and DJ Fat, and we're going to be eating some more good food. This time we're not going on the exotic line.
No.
So what are you going to make for us?
We're going to do some wonderful Copper River salmon. This is wild Copper River salmon, and then we're also going to be doing a wonderful pan-seared ribeye. We've done a couple things to the Copper River salmon to prep it. We've removed the pin bones, which kind of run right up here. You can take your finger, a lot of times you'll be able to feel it. Even if you buy salmon pin bone out at the store, I would recommend that you make sure that you run your finger over it to make sure all the pin bones have been removed. They say they do it, not every time you're able to get everyone. Just take a needle nose pliers that you only use for food and be able to pull those out. Otherwise you can get a fish pinchers at a lot of different stores. Then we skinned it, and then what we also did is remove kind of the gray bloodline out of the back of the salmon, which kind of keeps it from being so fishy. A lot of people like to grill their salmon on the skin, and I find that to be a little bit fishy. Although it's really easy to grill that way because you don't have to flip it. All you got to do is put your lid down on your grill. This way you might have to flip it.
But I might like it.
You might like it.
I'm not a salmon fan.
Yeah, I love it this way, especially wild salmon versus farm-raised salmon.
Did you know you're supposed to do all this stuff to salmon?
Absolutely not.
Me either. I mean, I would never take out any of that. Nope, I've been cooking
Right.
it on the skin forever.
Right, and then it becomes, it's a little bit strong, and
Yeah.
It's got a little bit more fishy flavor to it, and that's usually a lot from the fats. And we're going to do that on two different ways tonight. We're going to do one on a Himalayan block salt, or salt block. Big key on that is make sure that you heat that salt block up in the oven with the oven. And then when you cool it down, do it the same way. When you shut the oven off, let it cool all the way down to prevent it from cracking.
Oh.
And we do a lot of different things on there, from appetizers to Philly cheesesteaks to searing little medallions and stuff like that right on the block. And then we thought we would just do one on a regular sheet pan with just a little bit of sea salt on it so you can taste the difference in the flavor between the block and the non-block.
Okay.
And then we're also going to do a cast iron seared ribeye. And the reason why I like doing it in a cast iron pan is to be able to get all this kind of marbly fat nice and caramelized and crispy on the outside. Because the only person that liked soggy fat was Jack Sprat's wife. Right?
I wish I could make that.
Yeah, because she would not eat any lean.
What is it?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah, it's a nursery rhyme.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why.
So here's what we're going to do. To be able to do this, we got the wonderful ribeye. Big key is when we're cooking any meat to be able to pull it out of the refrigerator 45 minutes to an hour before you're going to cook it. Try to bring it to room temperature. That way it cooks evenly, it gets a nice sear on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take salt and pepper, what I call my secret ingredient. We're going to go from up high on it, so that way we get a nice cascade, a nice even cascade.
That's a lot, huh?
Salt and pepper make really good flavor on so many meats. But yeah, a lot of people are like, oh boy, you put a lot of salt on there, but it really brings out the flavor. And we want to be able to equally coat it. We're just going to take a little touch of grapeseed oil, not a lot. Just a little tiny bit of grapeseed oil.
No, why grapeseed oil?
It's got a higher flash point than olive oil or canola oil. The olive oil will burn right away. So our pan is probably medium-high right now, and we'll be able to get a really nice sear.
So you just oiled the steak, not
just a little bit on the steak, yeah.
Not the pan.
Yeah, and hear that it's seared right away, right? You can hear it searing. So that's that little tiny bit of grapeseed oil on the outside before the fat and stuff like that from the actual meat starts to come out. So anytime you're doing chicken, anytime you're doing pork, anytime you're doing any meat, little tiny bit of oil or roasted or grilled vegetables, and then you'll get an instant sear on it if your pan is hot.
I can't even believe it. I
Right?
mean, I've been cooking wrong forever.
Well,
Like 50 years.
but sometimes, a lot of us, if you had who you learned from wasn't the best cook, that's who you learned it from. Right? Or, so we're going to do kind of a little bit of the same thing when we do our salmon. So we're going to do a little bit of salt, not a lot,
Well, I obviously don't use enough salt.
and then because that'll really bring out the flavor of everything, right? So this one we're going to do on our regular sheet pan, right? One fillet, and we're going to do a little bit of oil on it, and the other one we're going to do on the salt block. And I'm going to put it actually on the spatula because we have the salt block in the oven, and it'll be easier for me to place it in there. So we preheated this Himalayan salt block I've got about 425 in here. We're gonna lay it right on top. And again, here the sear, that's what we want. We're gonna close that up. We're gonna be able to get that nice and roasted. The salt from the salt block is gonna permeate the fish a little tiny bit. And it's really gonna bring in a lot of different flavor.
How long would you think that takes?
5 to 7 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah. All right, so the other one, we're gonna put in the oven. We're gonna drizzle just a little tiny bit of oil, not a lot.
And once again, you're using canola?
I got, you could use canola oil or you could use grapeseed oil for this. At this temperature, you're not worried about it burning or anything like that. You could do olive oil on this. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so I'm going to put each one of these in a 425 oven. And we're going to roast them. And we'll be able to taste the difference. All right, so our ribeye's kind of searing really nice. Which we're starting to get some really nice brown, crispy bits on it, which is really nice to be able to do. And then, so here we've got the two different salmons. So this is the one with the Himalayan block for you guys.
Okay.
So let's just take this, and sometimes the easy way to cut it is just kind of go right down this line, and we'll grab here. And we'll be able to do, so wonderful, the Himalayan blocked salmon, and this is with, and then we've got some of those wonderful sauces in front of you. We've got a pesto, a sweet basil pesto. I've got kind of a spicy aioli. This is the ahi sauce, which is a Latin sauce of green onion, cilantro, lime juice. And then we've got a little tomato jam over there.
Tomato jam.
Which are all real nice. Again, try it without the, try it without a sauce, and then try it with a sauce.
Yeah.
What's the spice in the spicy?
Sriracha.
Is it
A little
sriracha?
tiny bit of sriracha, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
sriracha.
Isn't that nice? It's one of those condiments I think that everybody should have in their house.
Definitely.
All right, so and then I'm going to just slide this one in for you guys. It's going to be on the left, and this is the one without the
This
block.
one too. Do you want any pesto?
I'm gonna try just these two.
Okay.
There you go. That one will be on the left for you guys.
Okay, that's the
The
regular.
left?
Oh, wait,
This is
hold
the
on.
one in the just on the
Okay.
sheet pan.
So the left is the sheet pan,
Yep.
right is the salt block.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's try sheet pan first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, not too fishy.
Not at all.
And you know, especially this time of year.
I got it down. Did you not like it? No. I
don't like
salmon. Okay, well
Really?
don't touch any more than we'll eat.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, leave it.
No, I'm
be.
trying it. I'm
Okay.
trying it.
It's not that fishy. It's
Not at all.
perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it with a little sauce.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, try with a little bit of sauce. You know, and sometimes at our house we'll cook extra fish this way, and then what we'll do is we'll pick it. Instead
really
of doing
good.
like a tuna salad, we'll do the same components in like a tuna salad, but do like a salmon salad and pick it, you know. So I like onions and celery and sliced green olives in mine, and a little tiny bit of basil, mayo, lime juice, or lemon juice, and then they'll put that on a toasted baguette.
Hey, have you tried the other one yet?
No.
I know. It's so good.
Right, you're still going. Well, that's great,
It's really good.
right?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
Now
Yeah, without the.
Himalayan salt block. Right?
yeah.
Nope.
No.
Okay, well, quit eating it, please.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste for me.
But
to
it's
eat this.
Himalayan.
Let's have a little bit more flavor, right?
I actually like it better.
Buttery to you a little bit? Something.
It gives it a whole different texture almost.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to eating fish. So.
Oh my gosh. I love this.
I'm in favor of the Himalayan
Are
salt
ya?
block. Yeah. It adds.
Huge difference.
It does. I don't.
But this one's
I'm
really
totally
good
surprised.
too.
Hey, Royal, can I
Yeah,
have the
awesome.
salt block?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. What do you got that on camera?
All right, so here's what I'm going to do is we let that ribeye cool a little bit. I'm just going to slice it real quick and I'll bring it over for you guys to taste.
Okay.
So why does it have that like a buttery taste to it? Just on the heat, the salt block.
It's so good.
You know, I think you're able to get a better sear on both sides
Okay.
for that, and it really, the salt really adds that extra dimension to it.
It's like you said, it adds, it like tastes buttery, right?
It's so good.
Hey, I really am disappointed that you don't like this.
Well, I'm not. I knew I'm not a salmon person, and I know this is a really good salmon, so it would
It
just
really
be a
is.
waste for me to eat it because I don't like it. I like steak.
Well, you're gonna be happy then in a minute.
Yep.
All
We're
right.
gonna continue eating more.
Okay.
So now,
So good.
I let that steak rest for about 5 minutes. And notice I sliced it all here. And do you see how it's not bled out all over the plate? So
Right.
that moisture and that juiciness of that steak is still intact in that steak. So you guys ready to have some
I'm
wonderful?
smiling because I'm loving every bit of this.
That wonderful cast iron seared ribeye.
Oh my god.
Look at the caramelization that we got on it. We got a really nice color to it. Nice mid-rear, if you like mid-rear.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Down at the other end, we've got a little tiny bit of that more well done.
Okay.
Beautiful mid-rears,
Oh my
ribeye,
gosh.
right?
Yeah.
And the big thing there is if you have,
Can I
if you're
come
not
in,
really sure on temperatures, that instant
Give
read
it a
thermometer
serrated.
works so
Give it a
well.
serrated.
Okay. Now, Royal, you had told us something interesting about knives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So interesting thing. I mean, you guys both have one. So most steak restaurants serve steak or poultry or pork with a serrated knife because one, they're cheap, inexpensive. But if you cut through it, and Shirley, you notice how you had to saw through
Yeah.
with that serrated knife,
Yeah.
and look at your plate. It's got a little bit of juice left on it. So if we use a non-serrated knife, and good steak knives will be non-serrated, you'll be able to cut right through that cell structure, and it won't actually be. It won't remove any of that juice, and that juice will stay right in your steak.
I can't tell you the last time I had this type of steak.
Yeah.
So like a ribeye like this, what, in your opinion, is a good wine to pair with it?
I would say a cab would be really well, or a Pinot Noir.
Okay.
And do we have any of that?
Oh, we might just for you.
Oh, we've got a wonderful Oregon Pinot with that. Yes.
This is
Oh
like
yeah,
the
why
best
don't you?
service
What?
ever.
Yeah.
What is it? It is A to Z.
You know what's going to be nice? It should have a little cherry and a little coffee nose to it, I think.
This is so
It is.
good.
It is so juicy on the
Oh,
inside
yeah.
and
Right?
seared.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Well, and I think that cast
Mine's
iron
good.
pan, when it's hot, gets that nice crust and that nice sear on it on all sides.
This
I think
steak
you guys
does
will enjoy it.
not need any sauces
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
It's so good.
And
Right.
I'm
Good.
a heavy salt user, so normally I would have salted this 3 times,
Yep.
and I don't need to.
Well, and if you wanted to, this is where it's a nice spot. We always have a salt grinder at our table of really good sea salt. And so if somebody wants it a little saltier, and that's right where you finish with that good sea salt, or finish with good olive oil, just to pour over the top.
Yeah.
So we got a surf and turf thing going.
You kind of do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll just stick with the turf.
Okay.
Fine.
Now, the ribeye, could you cook this on the Himalayan block?
If you do it really, really thin. So we do steak sandwiches a lot at our house on that Himalayan salt block, and I'll shave that ribeye super paper thin and make a sandwich out of it. It doesn't get as nice of sear on top of that. If you wanted to do to finish a ribeye on it, I think once you get it seared, you could put it on that block.
But if it were to hold that buttery flavor like it does the salmon, it would be perfect.
So-
You know, it's something I really have to try it once or twice, and I have it down, kind of thing. I believe you can. I don't have it 100%.
Let's get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
next one.
Yeah.
Another steak, pronto.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can't
Yeah,
say
I
enough
just
good.
need to keep eating,
Yeah.
so you can close it out.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I mean, do you think that you'll be able to make it taste like this when you go home?
I don't know, I'm gonna try it.
I am too. Okay, well, let me know how yours goes. But
Yeah.
we really appreciate you showing us how to do this.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.